Okay, today we will be installing some vinyl wrap on the rock guards of my 27 FB 2023. I did completely clean them. This thing's been on the road a bit already, but I don't have any major damage yet from any rocks, so I'm going to put this vinyl protectant on. That should help stop rock dings and any other stuff that can be flung up from the road. Any spots where you see any of this discoloration, stuff that just doesn't come off relatively easy, like any of that, I'm using a polishing compound. I'm using clear cut correction compound with buffer pad to get those areas clean, and then I wipe them down with some isopropyl alcohol. So again, any areas that you're seeing some discoloration that's not coming off with normal cleaning solution or any other polish, I'm using a little bit of that clear cut stuff and I'm rubbing it on. And this would be preparing for the vinyl. I like to try to get in there some big line in there. Try to buff all of that out. And then I take a little isopropyl alcohol on a rag and then come over, wipe off that polishing compound a bit. Alright, so I was able to measure the distance of my first piece wrapping around the rock guard on the Airstream, and now I'm going to, I marked it and now I'm going to cut it. And I'm using a square, just square it up so it's a nice straight line. But there, you could measure both sides and draw a line or whatever, however you want to do it. Okay, so I've got my vinyl and I've got my soapy spray water, and I know where my spot's going to be, where it's ending. I'm just wrapping it around the front. Versus doing vertical strips, I thought the wind would hit that. I'm going to do 3 strips this way, have the seam right about there. Soapy water, just for this spot. Peel the vinyl. And again, I already dusted this, cleaned it, so this is ready. It is stretchy and you can use a squeegee to get this out. So once you have it off, I'm going to put my straightest edge where that seam is going to be, and I'm going to cut a hole for the screw spots. So you can stick that in pretty close to where you know it's going to be. And you just put a little spray on the outside of it. You start to do your squeegeeing, and you'll see all these air bubbles just kind of work their way out. All right, let's finish up doing a little vinyl wrap on these rock guards. A little soap and water thing in a little spray bottle. And then you go ahead and peel off the backing of your vinyl. Pretty easy. And then it's just a matter of starting it. Keep the spray bottle close. You can always get it wet. It's a lot easier if you get it wet. A rubber thing that came with it. Right there, looking right up. Yeah, so all it was is it'll add a little bit of a rock protection to your stainless steel rock guards, and once it dries, it's pretty much unnoticeable. You'll see a tiny seam, but that's about it. So yeah, I've got 2 of them on there now. I'm going to just do that bottom piece last. Some good tips would be when you're doing the vinyl is have a very sharp razor blade. I cut my finger the first time because my blade was dull. Ah! Cocks. Stupid. But yeah, brand new razor blade helps. I just have a pencil. I mark where the seam is going to end over there, and then I come down here, and then I'm just going to take like a straight edge and then line it up and cut my piece, and then I'll measure up from the bottom and cut that final 5.5 inch piece. All right, just got the bottom piece on. Kind of see if I can work these bubbles out. Yeah, so I actually used a little bit of isopropyl alcohol just to get this all nice and shiny before I put on this side here. So, disclaimer, this is the first time I've ever done this too, so it is definitely not super difficult. Again, use soapy water, sharp razor. I like to have a nice bright light so I can kind of keep a good eye on things. This stuff is pretty easy to work with. It's not sticky. It's got a little tackiness to it, but it's not super sticky. But you do the stickier side, the tacky side you actually found. But in this. Yeah, I'll finish. You can kind of see there's two seams there, but I kind of have it going a third of the way around, and it's really designed to just take the hit on some rocks, try to protect the rock guard a little bit. But it goes on relatively easily. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty quick.